Favorite song that I've written? Absolutely, and I have not released it yet.
It's exciting.
Yeah, so I would say there's a great chance that my favorite song I've ever written is going to be my next single. I'm currently in the studio recording it as we speak. Like over this past week, I've been in the studio recording it, so I can't wait to hear it. I've been trying my hardest to write a specific song, a universal kind of song, but for my girlfriend specifically. And I kind of feel like I've nailed it at this point, so I can't wait for people to hear it. Obviously, I mean, I grew up playing sports, so hearing a song that I've been a part of on the radio is crazy to me, because music's not something that I've done my whole life. I mean, like I said, I played sports, football, baseball growing up, ended up playing college baseball, and I guess music's not one of those things I've just done my whole life. So the fact that I've been able to work really hard at that, moved to Nashville, started writing songs years and years later after college, has been crazy. It's been a lot of fun. No, to be honest with you, I think so far I've cut more outside songs than songs that I've written, and I guess the way that I approach it is, for me, best song wins regardless of whether I've written it or not, because there's the beautiful part about Nashville is there's guys that are there every single day that are a lot more talented than I am at it. When a song's pitched to me that I hear and I love, it doesn't matter to me whether I've written or not. Obviously, I would love to write every single song that I record, but that's just not the case. I probably wouldn't have a career if I tried to do that.
So best song wins for you?
Best song wins no matter whether I've written it or not. Obviously, I feel like the best advice I can give them is to honestly just to show up, no matter how you feel, no matter how tired you're in. For me specifically, being out on the road a lot makes it hard to want to get up in the morning when you come off the road and want to go write. But sometimes all you have to do is show up, and you just never know. I mean, you could write the biggest song of your career that could change everything that day. So yeah, I would say just show up, work hard, never know. There's a million songs I wish I'd written. I'm a huge Kenny Chesney fan. I wish I had written I Go Back. I mean, Craig Wiseman, my boss man, wrote one of the biggest songs of all time for Tim McGraw, Live Like You Were Dying. I mean, that's another one. I mean, I could name you a million songs that I wish I had written. I'm coming from a small town and only writing songs with myself, so when I first moved to Nashville, jumping in a room with guys like Craig Wiseman and Rodney Clawson, and I mean, just to name a few, there's so many more. I was pretty nervous getting into that room, and all I thought in those moments, I'm brand new to Nashville, and all I could think about in the room was, don't say anything stupid, maybe you'll get invited back to write again. But sometimes, I've learned this along the way, but sometimes the dumbest idea turns into one of the best ideas, because it makes somebody think of something that they would have never thought of in the beginning. So I've learned to say anything and everything, and just whether I think it's stupid or not, you just say it, and you never know. Yeah, it's my first time playing Key West Songwriters Festival. I've been to Key West before, but first time playing this festival, so I'm excited. I mean, I've actually heard so many artists say how awesome this festival is, and I've always wanted to do it, but I've also been out on tours with Rascal Flatts and Florida Georgia Line during these moments, so I haven't been able to do that. And this year is kind of the first year that I've been able to do it, so thankful that BMI allowed me to come down here and play some songs. I mean, obviously, the BMI family is a great family. I'll say this, Bradley Collins was the first person to contact me when I was in Kernersville, North Carolina, playing music myself. I had no idea. I'd never been to Nashville. I'd never done the Nashville thing. I'd only written songs by myself, but he was the first person to reach out randomly. I didn't know him, but randomly reached out, asked me if I wanted to come to Nashville to write some songs. He kind of set some of those rights up for me, and for me, the rest has been history. So I owe a lot to him for kind of getting me in the community, for sure.